Hello, everybody. I hope we can switch over to this one. I've set up this Saturday stream in a different way, and I needed a program for that I didn't have, so I couldn't go live because I used a different product. So I'm sorry, I just had to spontaneously come and jump on here, and hopefully those of you who've been waiting, yes, hi, some of you found me already, which is awesome. So we're going to have a nice little meditation about how to go more into divine feminine today. Just very simple, nothing complex, because we all want to just do things in simplicity. So beautiful to see you. Welcome. So just allow yourself to be comfortable wherever you are and take a slow, deep breath in. Hold the breath gently if that's comfortable with you. And then gently exhale. Let your tips of your fingers touch for that nice flow of energy between your fingers. It's like a nice mudra. And let your shoulders be rolled back and let yourself be comfortable. Wriggle the body. So the feminine energy is in everybody, not just in females. And it's really beautiful to be able to connect with that within all of us. The feminine energy is more soft, more allowing, more welcoming. Not that men are not welcoming, but this is the welcoming aspect in the masculine, and this is the integration from there. So, as you close your eyes and roll the shoulders back and focus at the point between your eyebrows, we're just going to have that hand mudra, your fingertips touching. We're going to connect to our capacity to flow, our capacity to take it more slow, not to be so driven, like something has to happen in a certain way. This is all got its place. There is a goodness in having that when you need it. But to be able to be soft and receptive and observe is a wonderful way to get in touch with your inner love, your inner connection, and your capacity to receive. The receptive element is very much considered to be a feminine concept. Like I said, it's in males and females, but just allow yourself now to connect with that. As you breathe in, suspend your breath gently. Exhale through the nose, lengthening your spine. That's right. Keep the breath out briefly. Bring up your pelvic floor softly. Release the pelvic floor. Inhale, belly expanding, rib cage opening and breathing up. This breath will always help you to go into your own center. So it's really important. If you want to be really active or if you want to be really meditative, this breathing will help to basically, because you're coming out of the fight or flight response, you're coming out of dealing with life through stress, agitation, tight shoulders, apprehension, maybe even a sense of being really driven to have to get things done. And that in itself, it can block you. That kind of energy can really block you. So often what's really good is just to go back into this breathing, like I've just demonstrated, belly, chest, collarbones on the inhale, and slowly on the exhale, bring the belly back towards the spine. So this is going to help you a lot. This is going to help you to not just only receive, but also to open your heart on a bigger level. And as you open your heart more, your interactions with people, which are always going to be there, are going to be better, harmonious, nurturing. And that nurturing element from within you, reflected outside of you, will help you with your work, to make your work heart-centered, to make your work have a feminine dimension to it, which is creative, which is, the woman is creative. She conceives, she creates, there's a child created, there's a birthing process, there is an aspect of surrender that is part of it. There's an aspect of being able to be soft and nurturing. So that's what's labeled as feminine, right? So without getting caught up in all the labels, just allow yourself, tell yourself as we meditate, I am going to be more in touch now and allowing myself to be more in touch with my receptivity, my nurturing feminine side. I'm connecting with it consciously. So continue now, having your hands in that mudra or having your hands resting wherever you're comfortable. It's not essential that you have a certain mudra, but the balance between the yin and yang with the fingertips touching can be a really beautiful way to go into meditation. Even if you're sitting with people, even if you're, maybe watching TV, whatever you're into, or if you are reading something on YouTube or something, this mudra is really balancing, and this allows you then to be comfortable to embrace your feminine, especially if you're a male. If you're a female, you might want to up level your capacity to connect to your feminine, to connect to asking for what you need, so that the masculine in you or around you can nurture that feminine as well. It's very important how many of you are happy to ask for what you want and need in a loving way, to be able to say, hey, this is what would really make me feel supported, or help me to be able to be my full self, help me to be able to shine my light even more brightly, and go deeper into this experience of life, of relationship with myself and others. So let's focus at the brow point, jaw relaxed, tongue lightly pressed to the roof of your mouth. And inhale, this is so essential. The breath is everything. Without it, you will stay in the stress response, because the breath is linked to your state of being always. So inhale, belly expanding, rib cage opening, breathing up into the collarbones. Suspend your breath. Gently exhale back down, slowly letting the shoulders drop towards gravity into the floor a little more. As you slow down the breath, you can get in touch with your stillness and your wisdom. Inhale, belly expanding, ribcage opening, breathing up into the collarbones. Keep gazing at the brow point. Jaw relaxed, lips are soft, and exhaling back down. That's right. So keep breathing this way. The more you relax, the more you will embrace your full potential. The more you are going to release the stress response and go into a very creative space, a space which guides you. Keep breathing consciously and slowly so the brain chemistry can adjust. So your heartbeat slows down. Heart chakra, heartbeat, heart connection. And keep that breath as slow as you can to allow for that adjustment in your brain chemistry and the frequency there. Beautiful. It's all linked with what your capacity and your consciousness is vibrating at. And so as you breathe, let the shoulders relax, meeting yourself in this very moment, connecting to the fact that there is feminine and masculine all around you, all within you, and that we can balance those aspects, own them, enjoy them. And currently this YouTube is about the focus on the feminine. So what do you see as feminine, and what have you embraced within yourself as feminine? Is it a receptivity? Is it a certain way of embracing a way you do things, see things, the way you tackle your challenges? A lot of women have become very masculinized in these days, as women get jobs and raise families and feel like they have to do absolutely everything. And because the world has been asking for this, and I suspect this is part of the change because the feminine is rising, which means our capacity to be that nurturing, to sit back, to observe, This is the feminine aspect in males and females, a capacity to relax, to tap into that creative element. And as the world is going through this change, the masculine has been dominating, the masculine, the patriarchy, which is not a negative thing if it's balanced. It's this balancing we're looking for. So as this is shifting, the feminine will be rising, and we need to make sure that we don't go crazy with that either, that we keep the balance, that we don't go over the top trying to be masculine, strong leaders and in a sense that is losing the aspect of the feminine, but that we can actually lead as we are touching into our, as women, into our masculine and honor the feminine. And males that are leading, the most amazing males that are leading, they will be in touch with their masculine capacity to lead, but also their feminine, which is maybe the intuition, maybe something that might be considered an emotional, a spontaneous aspect of awareness, a capacity to sit back into the feminine, nurture the self, and then step forward in a powerful way. So ask yourself, which aspects of this do you want to embody more? As you breathe in, belly, chest, collarbones, suspend that breath. Let that question well through your consciousness. Really feel it. And exhale slowly, allowing clarity to come to you. Feel like you're drawing in and expanding the feminine aspect in yourself, that nurturing softness. For yourself first. Once you have absorbed it for yourself, it's easy to share it outwardly. So then again, inhale, belly expanding, ribcage opening, breathing up into the collarbone. Suspend your breath. Exhale, letting go of any narrow feelings of restraint or feelings of, no, I can't do this, right? Let that go and breathe in softly and slowly. I'm embracing my feminine qualities of nurturing, of softness, of receptivity, and I'm embracing it in a really healthy, integrated way for my highest good. Exhale out limitations, negativity, inhibitions around that. Just breathing them out softly with gratitude, letting them sink into the floor to become neutralized, feeling grateful. Inhaling, bringing in fresh energy, fresh realizations as you breathe in. Your closed eyes are at the brow point, your jaw is relaxed, your heart is open. And exhaling down again, that's right. And feel that you're embracing it more, because where your awareness goes is all that matters. As you breathe consciously and allow this essence to expand in yourself, so it shall be. And so keep the softness, no need to rush, no need to activate anything, no need to effort. It's about being soft and receptive. That's right. Soft and receptive, allowing, softening into this experience, meeting whatever comes up for you. It's only a packet of information perceived by the mind as a story and perhaps an identity. Even just observing this, being the observer, noticing as you have thoughts, you can either choose them or let them drift like clouds in the sky. And so just melting into this moment, a few more minutes, give yourself this time, breathing in slow, and slow this down. Deepen the breath if you can. Slow it down even more to go deeper. And this creates more deep cellular alignment, cellular healing, and a healing not just of this moment of maybe what's going on in your life, but it can be very deep. It can go right into your ancestry and what you've inherited from your family, and the women there that might not have been able to honor their femininity, and the men that might have wanted to honor their femininity but were shut down and couldn't. They were ridiculed for it. They were not accepted for it. So allowing yourself to really connect deep within your core. And as we balance into this femininity, feel it dancing with the masculine aspect of yourself, connecting and melting into a beautiful union. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. You have all you need within you at all times. And what we're really doing here is remembering and that we are that full infinite being. This means that we don't need to be looking only for joy. We don't need to be, trying to push away suffering or challenge. We have this inner capacity to observe, to alchemize, and to meet our challenges from the observer in the heart, in your consciousness of the chakra centers, and then after that, taking actions with the combination of the feminine and the masculine. So you have that strength, that warrior, but you also have that softness and that femininity and that intuitive and that receptivity and that co-creative energy. Rather than just being the leader, you are in touch more with a co-creative vibration, knowing that leadership also can mean, for me it really means turning everyone you see into their own leader, completely empowering each individual. This is beautiful, and really it's like not teaching them how, not giving them fish, sorry, but teaching them how to fish, right? So it's this idea that we are all helping each other. And that's very feminine, because when you're a woman and you're raising a family, it's always about bringing things together and using each other's skill sets to become a whole unit. Oh wow, you can do this and you can do that, and I'm good at this, and how can we help each other? It's very much in our DNA, in the fact that the women who did that are the ones that survived and obviously reproduced and had kids, and those kids are here to create the generations. Usually means, not always, but it means there was that aspect, at least at some degree. I know some people don't have that and they still raise kids, and that doesn't, I'm not going to get into that. But in general, the successful families, the holistic families where the feminine and masculine were integrated, is really empowering the capacity of each child, not pushing it, allowing each child to be unique, and really honor that creativity, femininity, masculinity, and then having these unique differences work as a whole. And these are the successful families. These are where each person has its own unique place. And so some of us will be more feminine, some of us will be more masculine. But again, that's a dance, and this can change depending on who we're with. For example, there are great teachings about that in a relationship. There is always someone that's more masculine, more feminine. And usually, if a person's very feminine, the other will take on a more masculine role naturally. And if someone is more masculine, the other will take on a more feminine role. And that can switch between couples, even within weeks, within months, in their whole dynamic. So if you're a woman and you're very, very masculine, you may find that your partner is a lot more feminine, and you might even resent that because you are being very masculine, trying to get everything done. And you can't embrace your feminine so deeply because you're kind of just running the show and think, you have to control most things. And he is kind of overwhelmed and not able to blossom his masculinity to support your femininity because you've disowned it and become. Can you see that? There's a lot of books on this kind of dynamic in relationship. So it's really important that we can all embrace these aspects and become very conscious of that. So what makes you feel feminine? Is it wearing more feminine clothes? Is it dancing? Is it perhaps getting more self-care done, like getting your hair done more, wearing more jewelry than you normally allow yourself to do? Find out as you meditate with me for a few more moments and ask your unconscious mind if you want to be more feminine, for example, as a woman, or if you are a guy and you want to embrace your femininity more. When did you decide? Just ask yourself inwardly, when did I decide that to be feminine wasn't okay? You get the answer. That was at kindy, at high school, in my workplace, after I graduated, in my marriage. Notice this, write it down. And then notice that you can change that. You can literally sit down in a meditative place as you inhale deep and slowly exhale when you get there. I'm choosing to let go of this old belief, this old contract I made with my being as an experience. I have learned what I have to learn, and I would like to now shift that and write down to what. I want to shift it to integrate my feminine and masculine more. I'd like to experience my feminine more that I have kind of ignored and denied. So this has been part of my journey as well. I won't get into it right now. I will share about that maybe some other time. If you want to know, ask me. I'll definitely be happy to share. But right now I'm here for you. And just see what came up for you, because the wholesomeness of the human, and as we evolve, we're going through massive shifts right now, right? We're going through massive, massive shifts, and the old way doesn't work anymore. So in yourself, what is it that's calling you? And as you embrace this femininity, so that you can receive the masculine, so the masculine can receive the feminine, and you can feel whole within, you will ascend and enjoy this evolution a lot more. That push doesn't work. That constant striving as a woman has its place, but it's not sustainable. This is why I love books like the 4-Hour Week, Working Week. This man, Tim Ferriss, has really worked out that, we work our state and then we take effortless action. And there's other teachers like that. And I also teach this in my private classes, by the way. I teach women how to get their state right. And then there's minimal but very effective action to get the response you want. And it's also about knowing about your timing. This is very intuitive, which is considered to be feminine. That intuitive, because you have to be receptive to really conceive and perceive your intuition. So it's also about feeling, oh, this doesn't feel like the right time. Okay, I can give myself this time to relax. I can communicate that. I can ask for what I need. And here we go back to receptivity. Ask for what you need, communicate that. So what I teach very much is in my yoga and in my one-on-ones is this, to work with your chakra centers of consciousness. So the throat chakra is communication, knowing how to refine that, knowing what kind of languaging works, when to be silent, when to speak, when to ask for what you need, having your heart open and receptive for yourself, right? Being in connection with your gut instinct, trusting your gut, flowing with change, being able to be that feminine flow of energy, the water element, and also being grounded within. So in this moment, focus on the base chakra, at the base of your spine. If you don't know where it is, just base of the spine. I am grounded within myself. I'm a complete unit. I have all I need within. I'm sovereign. I make the right choices that suit my divine expression. Come into the sacral, so the pubic bone area. This is an orange spinning wheel of light. I flow with my emotions. I am okay with my emotions. I meet them. I flow with change. I love to be able to be creative, to find solutions to my problems. I receive. Money comes and money goes in a most divine way. This is this whole concept of that here at the water element. Coming into your solar plexus, and I am personally empowered. I trust myself, I digest life, I alchemize what I perceive, and I create my own life. I connect to my fire element, yellow spinning wheel of light. I have zest and passion for my life and my unique expression. Heart, air element. I love myself. I completely accept who I am, and I'm constantly evolving, and I'm actually going deeper into who I am, right? You're saying this to yourself. I'm connecting, and I let my heart shine no matter what hurts I've had in the past. No matter what, I'm not giving my power away. I am opening my heart center all around through my body, benefiting me through all the cells, through all of who I am, blessing my life with this heart. In the throat, I speak my truth, I hear my truth. I am courageously expressing through sound, but also through silence. Brow point, I'm activating my intuition. I focus at the brow, releasing divine hormonal adjustments, pituitary pineal gland, hormonal balance. I open my intuition, I listen to it. I have the courage to hear my intuition, which guides me perfectly. I open up to crown consciousness, my capacity to have deep oneness, humility, and recognize my expanded self. my ability to realize that I have infinite potential. I clear my field around you so it is healthy and only love vibrates around me. That's the auric field. So these sorts of things could be considered quite feminine too. I don't know what you think of it, but it's all conceptual and perceptual. So allow yourself to bring your hands into your heart, roll the shoulders back, sitting nice and tall. Let your spine be tall and long, honoring your biology, honoring the nervous system, your stomach, your heart, your lungs, so they can really do their magic for you. Take a deep breath in. Suspend your breath and hold. Feel that energy swirling. Feel the gift of the breath. Exhale, lengthen your spine. Keep the belly slowly moving back towards the spine. Keep the breath out. Observe this gap between the exhale, which is becoming the inhale now. Inhaling up again. Hear the breath, hear the sound of your breath. So you really tune into this body temple. Feel the gratitude for this moment, gratitude for this breath. That's right. You have all you need within you. And the more we meditate and make this a habit, the more you will realize it, the more you connect to the core of who you are. Incredible divine consciousness, infinite potential, strength, courage, love, intelligence. So the more we meditate, the more we realize it. And that's because if we don't meditate, we get lost in the external world, the monkey mind, the busyness, the idea that we need to race around to compete. All that is changing. Check some of my Facebook posts, check some of my Instagram posts if you like. I'm all over the place. Probably shouldn't be, but here and there I'm quite spontaneous with that. I'm not that structured. I'm not kind of out to get everybody following me. It's beautiful to see you follow me, so I would love to see you there, but I'm not kind of following a program where I need to do this and that and this to get followers. I'm just being me and just spontaneously posting when I can. If you're a woman and you want to be part of our women's group, message me, send me a message. I do also do things there, do little teachings, recordings, sharings in a different way again. So let me know how you felt, and I want you to really just stay in this awareness right now before you move back into the day or wherever you are when you're watching this, maybe as a replay. Really realize you have all you need inside you. Own that. Take responsibility of the gift of your body temple and your capacity to choose a slow and deep breath to help you to function optimally, to help you to tune into your intuition. Because as the brain frequency slows down, the busy monkey mind becomes something that recedes into the background and you become aware of your intuitive self. Your intuition is connected to all of this. It's like your higher self. That advice is greater than any book or anything you could do with your intellectual mind. Oh, I'm going to have affirmations. Oh, today I'm going to get 5 things done and then I feel good. It's not soul fulfilling. It's soul fulfilling to listen to the intuition. It may ask you to visit your parents. It may ask you to call someone. This is intuitive. It is more powerful than anything your programmed mind, which goes over in the same pattern, same cycle, which your programmed mind will do. This is why when people inspire, when they elevate, when they are unique and out of the box, those people, trust me, they are connected to their intuition. They're feminine. They're creative spontaneity. This works for men and women. So I hope we're going to have fun being more feminine in a beautiful way. Not about blame, not about better and worse, not about, oh, you should be more feminine, oh, la, la, la. It's about softly going, wow, I'm observing this and I'm choosing now in a more conscious way. What would femininity do? What would that nurturing aspect of me do? What would that nurturing aspect of me want? So, yeah, honor that. The more you honor that, the more you'll journey through this transition here better. and more joyfully and with many more solutions to challenges. Trust me, there's a purpose for everything. And as we get more squashed into the need to have to transform because we waited perhaps a bit long, maybe this is just this wave that comes. Sometimes things come in waves, sometimes it's subtle. Go with it. Go with it. Honor yourself and really tune in. Hope you have a divine now, beautiful rest of day, morning, night, evening, whenever you see this. And feel free to ask me questions. Support my channel if you like it by liking it or sharing it or commenting or something. Whatever feels right. Maybe if you get a YouTube subscription, you can actually comment and interact. I know there are certain ways only in which that's possible. But what that does is it's also sharing, and it creates a butterfly effect. And you might just be helping someone else with that, because my heart and soul is in it. I'm not going to monetize my channel. I'm not going to put ads up. I'm just doing this because my heart and soul is in it. And my happiness is actually you enjoying it and me being able to be of use and to share something useful. So ask me what you would like me to share more. I already got the guidance that next week will be about tuning into gratitude more and techniques to help you to make gratitude a daily thing and an effortless thing and a super fun, playful thing. So next Saturday, tune in. And I'll see you then. Also, I do every day 4-minute meditations at 4, except on a Sunday because I teach yoga then. That's when I'm going to make it probably at 3. You'll see that if you subscribe. It'll all be there. I have to make it before the yoga class. So, see you around. Blessings. Blessing yourself. Blessing life. This moment, the air, the right to speak, the right to meditate. What a gift. Okay. Write down what you love. Write down what works for you. Very powerful.